Welcome Sagittarius to your weekly reading. This is for the 27th of October to the 3rd of November. We are going to go ahead and see all the possible energies and messages coming through for you for this week. Sagittarius, I'm going to start off by looking at the possible energy beginning the week. We'll then look at your possible challenges, if any. Thirdly, we will look at messages and advice from Spirit. We'll then move on to see your unexpected blessing coming through this week. And finally, the possible outcome of the week. Sagittarius, this is a collective reading, so take what resonates and leave the rest. I'm going to start off over here with Strength and the Chariot, and we're looking at the possible energy beginning the week. And Sagittarius, you're starting off the week on such a high note, because what Strength is telling me is that at the beginning of this week, Sagittarius, you've got this surge of inner confidence that comes through, and you look at everything that is happening in your life, especially I do believe one or two main areas that you could have been worried about, holding back from, being filled with a lot of doubt or insecurity that things are not going to work out, that things aren't going to plan, and you rise up, you find that inner lion or lioness within you, and you look at these situations or relationships and you deal with them, my dear Sagittarians, head on. And Sagittarius, it's always far more frightening when we sit in the energy of, what if it fails? What if I start that new job and my boss doesn't like me? What happens if I start my own business and nobody buys my product or service? What if I say yes to moving in with my partner and they discover they don't love me? When we start with all of that, it holds everything back. But this week, you start off with this energy of, I'm going to face whatever this is head on, and I'm not letting any of my own thoughts, imaginations, beliefs set me back, and I'm moving forward. And so you do, my dear Sagittarius. With the Chariot here, it tells us that not only do you overcome all that unknown energy around you, but you move forward in a fast and productive way, and you meet with success. So, as I said, a very strong start to the week. Now let us move on and see what your possible challenges are, and we have 5 of Wands and the 10 of Cups. Now, my dear Sagittarius, what I am seeing here is that if any of you at the moment are involved in any kind of argument or dispute, and this could be anything, Sagittarius. It could be something going on at work with a colleague. It could be that you and your significant other are going through a rough patch. It could be that you're not speaking to a family member or to a really close friend because you had such a bad argument. What I am seeing here is that this week you have great possibility of bringing about a resolution or a result from this situation that takes you into 10 of Cups, which is the happily ever after card. So you are able to bring about the results you want, the outcome you want, whether it is a reconciliation, whether it's the energy of let bygones be bygones, or whether, my dear Sagittarius, you decide you need a break from this particular person and you separate from them consciously and energetically. Whatever you choose to do, you will get the outcome that gives you your happily ever after. So, another very positive message. And that being said, Sagittarius, I do not foresee any big challenges coming your way this week. Now let us move on and see what Spirit would like to share with you. And we have 7 of Swords and the Tower. Now, Sagittarius, this is a very interesting message, and it is not going to relate to everybody. But Spirit is telling some of my Sagittarians that this week you might come across some kind of information regarding somebody that is quite shocking. The information I do feel that is coming through is something you never expected with regards to this particular person. Now, this particular person we are speaking about could be anybody in your life. They don't have to be somebody close to you. It could be somebody you know as an acquaintance, somebody you work with. And then again, it could be somebody you know quite well, like a close friend, a family member. It could be your boss or a colleague at work. But some news comes to light, my dear Sagittarius, that you find very shocking just because you never expected they would behave this way. So I will give you a very simple example. You could find out this week that your boss, somebody who is very respected, somebody who's got a wonderful reputation, has been stealing from the company. You could meet an acquaintance this week who starts to gossip about a very close friend of yours, telling you really nasty and unkind things about them, and it shocks you. You never expected it. So just be aware, Sagittarius, that this could come up this week, and it could have this Tower effect on you, really shocking you and taking your breath away because you did not see it or expect it. But I do feel that whatever this is, it's happening to somebody in your environment, and I don't feel that you're going to be sitting with this Tower moment for a long time. You will handle this shocking information, you will take it on board, you will integrate it, and you'll move on. This is not information or news I feel that will affect you to the core. Right, now let's move on and see what your unexpected blessing is this week. And we have 4 of Wands and 10 of Wands. Now, my dear Sagittarius, where we see your blessing coming through is where you might be going through quite a difficult patch, and it's been going on for quite some time. Now, this 10 of Wands could very well relate to the strength energy, to our 5 of Wands energy, or it could be in another area totally. You could have been battling, say, with health issues over the past few months. And if you've been through it, Sagittarius, you know it's hard going. If you, say, are suffering from terrible headaches or migraines and you just can't get on top of it, and every second or third day you have another really bad headache and you're taking pill after pill and nothing is helping. It could be, my dear Sagittarius, you've been struggling financially. Perhaps you're looking for a job, perhaps your business is struggling, or perhaps you're just underpaid at the moment. And every month you battle and struggle to make ends meet. Wherever you have this 10 of Wands energy, this is where we are seeing an incredible breakthrough come in. When I say breakthrough, it's the kind of breakthrough, Sagittarius, that has you wanting to celebrate and rejoice. Because this now ends, you put down that heavy burden and you are free to be you. You are free from that financial burden, from that health burden, from any other heavy load that you have been carrying. And this unexpected blessing will come through and allow you now, Sagittarius, to raise your vibration in a way that you haven't felt for the longest time. I think this is going to be a massive reason this week for you to celebrate. Right, now let us move on and see what the possible outcome of the week is. And we have 8 of Cups and the Moon. Now the Moon energy here has everything to do with 10 of Wands, the Tower, and the 5 of Wands. All that energy of the unknown, of what's going to be, am I going to make it, is everything going to sort itself out? All that energy that swirls around us when we don't have answers, when we are not sure of our direction. This energy, you now are leaving the Moon behind. We see you, my dear Sagittarius, walking onward and upward. You are now facing all this incredible good energy we have seen coming in for you, and you're leaving behind all the fear and insecurity. This is a powerful week for you. Right, let's move on and get a message from your angels for the week. So we just want to see now what Sagittarius's angels would like to share with them, please. And we have peaceful resolution. This peaceful resolution we have seen come through quite a lot in this week's reading. The first time we saw it was with regards to any kind of argument or conflict or dispute you might be involved in, and we saw an incredible outcome coming for you. I do feel that no matter what this is for you, Sagittarius, as I mentioned previously, you will move through the Tower energy quite quickly. You will take on board the news or whoever is doing this, and you will integrate it, and you will then focus on all the good energy coming in. And then the third place we see your peaceful resolution is where you have been carrying the 10 of Wands. You are able to close down this heavy burden, put down that heavy load, and you are moving into your 4 of Wands. Your vibration is rising, and good and wonderful things are coming into your life. That is all I have for you right now. I hope you enjoyed your reading. I wish you the most wonderful week, and I am sending you all so much love.